Hey guys, Jacob here, and today we're going to talk about the opportunity control card that you got there. So let's get into why we would want to use one of these and certainly the how. So, in my experience, a lot of dealerships they get an inbound phone call, and whether you've got a person that's dedicated to the inbound call or not, typically, there's nothing pre-formatted that rep or that salesperson can use to info grab all of that juicy information that needs to end up in the CRM. It's usually like a legal pad or a notepad or scratch paper somewhere. They're scrambling to find something to write on. And so what we've done, we've developed these strictly for that process, right? To keep people organized and certainly make them accountable for that phone call that they just took. So let's kind of go into how to kind of put one of these together, right? It's pretty self-explanatory, but let's start at the top right here, right? So today is 7/6, right? And it's about 8:23 in the morning. Took our first phone call of the day. Staff is me. I'm Jacob. Excuse my messy computer handwriting here. Source: Hey, Mr. Customer, how'd you hear about us? Oh, you heard it on Google. Okay, cool. There's two O's in Google. Uptype. These are mainly for phone calls, but I've seen a lot of people use them for showroom walk-ins. Right? They're super helpful there, as well as any offsite event. But for this instance, we'll just talk about it being a phone up, okay? Because that is the main purpose of what we want to use these for, and not for the only reason that the phone up, the inbound phone call, phone pop, whatever you're calling it, is one of the most mishandled leads a dealership will ever face. And so this just helps to kind of control that process just a little bit more, and again, get all this information right. Okay, Mr. Client, what's your first name, last name? Let's go with John Smith here. Okay, cool. For some reason, he said his spouse's name. Okay, John, that's great. On this new bike, is there anybody that's going to be going on the loan with you? Anybody on the registration with you? Yeah, my wife Sally. Okay, cool. Let's put Sally on there as well. All right, now John, what's your home, work, or cell number? Preferably your cell. Oh yeah, okay. 555-123-4567. Perfect. Now, John, what's the best email to send this confirmation to? Okay, that's john.smith at gmail. Great. All right, now we get to the fun stuff, right? So we've got want and trade here, and these are just meant to be circled. So John is looking at a new. Okay, so we'll circle new, right? He's looking at a 23. We've got him looking at a Harley Street Glide Special FLHXS. Perfect. You can also write a stock number next to that, right? There's only so many fields on this card. We didn't want to make it too compact, but we'll do HD stock number HD1234. Right. Perfect. Okay. Awesome, John. What bike are you currently riding? Oh, I've got a 2019 Harley Road Glide. Oh, perfect. Is that the bike that you want to trade in with us? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. 2019 HD FLTR. Cool. And how many miles do you have on that, John? Oh, I've got about 10,000 on it. Oh, okay. Cool. Nice. 10K miles, right? Something like that. Appointment plan of action. Okay, now, John, we'd love to have you bring in your Road Glide, take a look at the Street Glide Special. Uh, what day works best for you? I've got some availability either today or tomorrow. Which one works better for you? Oh, tomorrow? Perfect. Great. You thinking morning or afternoon? Yeah, let's do something in the afternoon. Okay, awesome. I'm checking my schedule here. I mean, it looks like I've got a 12:15 or 1:45 available. Which one works better for you? Yeah, let's do 1:45 tomorrow. Okay, perfect. 7 1:45 p.m. Right? Okay. And do you owe any money on that bike, John? Tell me a little bit more about it. Does it have any accessories? How's the condition of it? Oh yeah, it's perfect. Perfect condition. How many miles? I've got about 10,000 miles on it. Do you owe any money on it? Yeah, I owe about 8,000 bucks. Right? I'm just making some notes here so I can later log them in my CRM. Right? But you can fill out all this stuff and write it down. Okay. Now, we've just gone through a quick little scenario of an inbound phone call, guy looking for a bike, wanting to trade his, right? That's a pretty typical thing. But without this pre format, I probably would not have asked any of these questions because I would have had to remember it. And it doesn't make me really accountable for that phone call until I get all these or most of these infos, right? So let's talk about the last part of this, and that is the right corner here where it says manager. And this is probably going to be the most important part of this entire phone up, minus just taking the phone up. And really, what you want to think of as a manager, right? And I'm speaking directly to the managers, is how am I going to be a part of this deal earlier in the process, right? So, management team, what I want you to do is when a rep takes a phone call, have them bring this to you, and I want you to look at it almost like you would a mini write up, right? You've got your vehicle of interest, you've got a trade, you've got the client's information, who wrote this up, who took it, where they came from, source, right? And I want you to look at this and I want you to ask questions for these teams. Okay, well, how come we didn't get an email? Or, hey, I know a guy that's looking for a 2019 Road Glide with 10 low miles, 10K miles, right? Or he wants a 23 Street Glide Special. Man, I've got 6 of these in stock. Tell him I'll make him a good deal if he comes in today. Whatever it is, whatever your sales manager mentality is for looking at this, you'll be able to make an on-spot call. But what I really want you to do is take out your big pen and I want you to sign that bottom right corner, right? Now that makes you a transfer of opportunity to you, right? The rep takes the phone call, they've done all of what they could do for it, and they're transferring some of that accountability to you, meaning that you're part of this deal signing off on it. The rep takes the white copy, you take the yellow copy. And then what happens at the end of the day, you're a sales manager at a dealership will typically reconcile their opportunities, meaning they'll look at all of the opportunities that came in for the day. They'll, they'll take a look at their phone ups, they'll take a look at their walk-ins, they'll take a look at their internet leads, and of those, how many had appointments, how many got a sit down, how many got a write up, how many were cash or finance. I mean, they do, how many got an accessory on a vehicle, how many got a delivery and burning gas, whatever it is, right? But this is typically part of your reconcile process. And for phone ups, because they're the most mishandled, you kind of need to watch it, right? So here's the two scenarios. Let's say that you've got 7 of these, but only 6 in your CRM. Well, that tells you that someone didn't get logged, meaning I've got 7 of these that I signed off on. Each individual name was on there, but I've only got 6 in my CRM. Somebody forgot to log it or got busy, whatever happened, right? But we need to make sure that we log everybody into the CRM. It is so important, right? And here's the other scenario: is let's say you've got 7 logged in your CRM, but you've only got 6 of these. Well, I'm going to ask myself as a sales manager, why was I not aware of that missing one? Right? I've got 7 logged, but I've only got 6 of these that I signed off on. I want to see all of them for the day because I might know something as a sales manager to put a deal together. So that's how these cards work. Again, these are mainly intended for phone opportunities. They could be used for walk-ins. They could be used for offsite events. But this is just a nice pre-formatted form that has a carbon copy that 2 parties can keep. Helps to get everybody in the system, helps to get everybody on the same page and make them accountable for one of the hardest leads and one of the most mishandled leads, the inbound call. Thank you.